Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica. Today we're going to be making this super easy, beginner-friendly pencil case. So I know a lot of people are afraid of adding zippers to their projects, but they're actually very easy and you don't really even need a zipper foot. It is super handy to have, but I'm going to show you in today's video how you can add a zipper to your project without having any special feet on your machine. So this zipper pouch is about 4 by 9, so it's the perfect size for school supplies. It's also great for crochet hooks or knitting needles. You can really use this for just about anything. And I wanted to do just a really easy, basic zipper pouch, especially for all of you beginning sewers out there. I'm going to show you a really easy way to add zippers to your projects. They're going to turn out perfect every time. So this pouch features this adorable Poppie Cotton fabric. It is so cute. It of course has an adorable pink zipper there, and we are going to be adding these zipper tabs, which kind of make this project a little foolproof. And it's also going to be fully lined, so there's going to be no raw seams. This is going to be the perfect little bag. So you're going to need some fun fabric, of course a cute zipper, and a few extra supplies. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Of course, you're going to need a zipper. Mine is an 18-inch zipper, but you just need one that is longer than the width of your bag. Our bag is going to finish at about 9 inches. You'll also need 2 pieces of lining fabric and 2 pieces of outside fabric. They all need to be 5 inches by 9.5 inches. You will also need 2 more lining pieces that are 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. Some wonder clips, a rotary trimmer, and a ruler will also be helpful. And then an optional addition is some fusible fleece. I like heat and bond fusibles. You're going to need 2 pieces that are 4.5 by 9 inches. All right, let's get started sewing. First, we're going to press our zipper tabs. So I'm taking both tabs and I'm just going to press the edges in by 1/4 of an inch on the opposite edges there. And then I'm going to press that whole thing in half, just like this. And of course, we're going to make 2 of those. So we're going to repeat that process with our second zipper tab. Next, we need to cut our zipper down to size. So I'm going to be cutting my zipper down to 8.5 inches long. You just want to cut your zipper so it's 1 inch shorter than your width of your panels. So I'm just marking them with my ruler. Next, I'm going to take those to my sewing machine and I'm actually going to sew a little stopping point right along those lines. But of course, first I need to pull my zipper tab down inside there so we don't accidentally cut that off. So I'm taking this to my machine and just sewing a nice little stitch right there, as you can see. And that's just going to be our stops for our zipper so it doesn't come right off that zipper strip. Next, we can trim off our zipper excess, and we're just trimming close to, but of course not too close to our stitch line. And now we're going to place our zipper in one of those tabs. And so I just put it right into that crease, fold the tab right over like that. I'm just going to clip it in place, and then I'm going to repeat that same thing on the opposite end of our zipper. And then we're going to just take that to the sewing machine and sew right along that edge, making sure that we get both pieces of the zipper tab plus the zipper to secure it in place. And here we have our zipper sewn. Now I'm going to trim off that excess fabric, and you just need to make sure that this fabric is wider than your zipper to give you a little bit of wiggle room. And then we have a nice perfect little tab there for us to work with. Now that our zipper is finished, we can start assembling our bag. So I'm going to take one of my pieces of lining and one of my outside fabrics. So we're going to put the outside fabric down first, and then we're going to turn the zipper over and place it right side down on top of our fabric with about 1/2 inch exposed on both sides there. Then we're going to take the lining piece and lay that down on top, right sides together. And then I'm just going to clip that all in place, and I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine and just sew right down that edge, making sure that I'm sewing all 3 layers. When you get to where your zipper head is, you may have to just lift your presser foot up, leave your needle in the down position, then you can slide the zipper pull out of your way, then you can lower your presser foot and keep on sewing. And here is what our project is looking like. I will take this over to my ironing board and just press that lining back and press that outside panel back. Next, we're going to take our other outside fabric and place the zipper panel we just created on top, right sides down. Our lining piece right side down on top of that. Again, we'll clip that in place and run a stitch right along that edge. So here I have both of my panels finished, and I do give it a nice press at this point. The next thing we want to do is add our fusible fleece to the outside fabric pieces. So I'm just using this Heat and Bond fusible iron-on fleece. You can also use regular quilt batting here if you like. I like the fusible because obviously it fuses to the fabric. If you've never used fusible before, one of the sides is bumpy, the other side is smooth. The bumpy side is the glue side, and you're just going to want to follow the instructions and fuse that piece to your outside fabric pieces, and you'll notice there's a little bit of an extra edge sticking out, so you just want to center it on that piece. Now we're ready to move on, and we're going to unzip our zipper about 3/4 of the way. This is a very important step, don't forget that. Next, we want to place our outside panels right side together, just like this, and of course the lining panels together, like I'm showing here. Just make sure everything lines up nicely, and then you can add some wonder clips to hold everything in place. And just line up those side seams to make sure that everything's nice and straight. Next, we're going to sew around all 4 sides of the bag, leaving an opening in that lining piece to turn it right side out. Make sure you backstitch at your stop and start. Here you can see that stitch, and I just sewed right along about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Next, we're going to trim off those edges, and you want to trim off close to, but not into your stitch line, or you'll end up with a hole in your bag. That's just going to help our edges and corners pop out a little bit better. Now we can push our bag through that lining hole and turn it right side out, and just be careful. I like to press everything down inside the bag to make sure everything looks okay, and then we'll pull that lining piece out again, and then just run a stitch to close up that opening. And I do run it as close as I can to the edge, as you can see here. And then I also like to pull on it just to make sure that I didn't leave any holes or miss an edge. Once that's complete, you can just push your lining down inside of your bag. I like to use my point turner. This is from a Modern American Vintage. And I'm just going to use that to push all of those points out. Just make sure you don't poke through your fabric if you're using something sharper than a normal point turner. Lastly, I'm just going to give my bag one final press with my iron, and we are done with our easy zipper pouch. All right, guys, that is it for our fun, beginner-friendly zipper pouch. Hopefully you can see that this is such a fast and easy project, and I think it's just a lot of fun and perfect for those school supplies or craft supplies. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them below. Really quick before I go, this quilt on the wall behind me here is called Farmhouse Fall. It's one of my most popular quilts, and since fall is coming, I went ahead and hung that up on the wall so you guys could see it. I also have fun t-shirts in my shop. This one is my orange peel t-shirt. It's super cute. You can find a link for that below this video, or you can also go to Teespring and search Erica Arndt for my merch store. So that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps me out. You can also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming fun. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time.